Welcome back to Math Maintenance. Yesterday we practiced adding up to 10 and up to 20. Today we're going to practice the opposite of adding, which is subtracting. Subtracting is when we take away from a bigger number and then we end up with a smaller number. So if I started with 10 and I take away 2, instead of counting up from 10, now I need to count backwards. So 10, 9, 8. So I'm counting backwards. Yesterday, when we were using our number line, let's remake our number line quick. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yesterday, when we were using our number line to do these problems, in a problem like this, let's change this one for a minute. If I had 6 plus 2, I was starting at 6 and then I was moving to the right 2 spots so that the numbers were getting bigger. What I need to remember when I do subtraction is that the answer I get should be smaller than the first number. So if the first number is 10, my answer should be smaller than 10. So I'm going to start at 10, and instead of moving towards the bigger numbers, I'm going to back it up towards the smaller numbers. I'm going to take away 2, which means I move to the left, and that leaves me at 8. Another way that you can think about subtraction is to think about it like erasing. So if I have 6 minus 2, and I have, that means I'm starting with 6 of something. I'm going to say 6 x's. And this is telling me that I want to take away 2 of those x's, which is just going to leave me 4 of the x's. Subtraction is like erasing. I'm taking it away. Let's do one more of those using a bigger number. So if I now start at 20 and I take away 6, well, I could think about having 20 of something. 5, 10, 15, 20, and now I need to take away 6 of those. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. These rows still have 5 in them. Those were untouched, so I could skip count by 5. 5, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Sometimes subtraction within 10 and 20 gets a little bit tricky because it might not look like I have enough. So if I have 12 minus 7, and I'm trying to do 2 minus 7, I don't have enough to take away. Another way you can think of it is how many spots does it take me to get from 7 up to 12? 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Or I can count backwards. 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. However you choose to do subtraction problems, it's important to keep track of the numbers getting smaller. My answer should always be smaller than the number I start with. It might not always be smaller than the second number in my problem, but it should always be smaller than the big number I start with in the beginning. Today you're going to do subtraction practice. In your packet, you have worksheets similar to yesterday. So you have subtraction within 10, and there's number lines there to help you, and then subtraction within 20. And there's 2 pages of practice for those. For your digital activity, there's another game on ABC Ya today that is a balloon popping game. So you'll see the balloons float up and you'll see a subtraction problem at the bottom, and you need to pop the balloons to represent that subtraction problem. So if it was 10 minus 2, you'll see 10 balloons pop up. You need to pop 2 of them to show that you're taking away 2, and that should leave 8 balloons on the screen. When there's 8 balloons left on the screen, you'll click the little arrow down at the bottom to lock in your answer and say that that's really what you want your answer to be. Today, for your manipulative activity, we're going to work on the opposite of what we did yesterday. So yesterday, you played a dice game where you were trying to add up to 10 or up to 20. So you went ahead and did, if your dice was a 3, you said 3 plus 7 got you to 10. And if your dice was a 3, 3 plus 17 got you to 20. That's how we played the game yesterday. Today, to play the game, you're going to do the opposite, and you're going to say 10 minus whatever you roll on your dice equals, and 20 minus whatever you roll on your dice equals. So if I roll, for example, a 4, then I would say, okay, 10 minus 4 is 6, and 20 minus 4 is 14. So yesterday we played adding up to 10 and adding up to 20. Today you're going to play subtracting from 10 and subtracting from 20. Best of luck practicing your subtraction today. Just always remember, when we subtract, things get smaller or we end up with less of them. Good luck.